everybody, welcome to Alisas Art Room. Tonight we're going to be working some more on my Country Farmhouse junk journal. Y'all come in and say hi. Let me know you're here. We are currently live on Facebook, if you see the little red button at the top left. If not, you're catching a replay either here or on YouTube. I'm going to get you guys pulled up so I can see chat. Thanks for letting me know the sound is good, Dawn. I appreciate that. And get this live to load. Hey, Lori. All right, so we're going to do a little zipper pocket today. I haven't done one of those in a while. I don't think I've done one of those since December, which was like 2 years. It's been a while. So we're going to do one of those. Hopefully you like it. And let's see, we got sound good. We got a couple people on. I think we're cool to go ahead and pull the camera up top, okay? So give me 1 second while I move everything around. Okay, make sure we're straight. A little bit further. There we go. Straightened out my mic and then now it's all curled up again. This cord just does not want to stay straight. Okay. So, let's see. Marked the page. So we're going to be working in this one. I don't think I did anything off camera this time. So a zipper pocket is where you basically take some fabric and a zipper and some sort of image and you make a little pocket to look at the image. You can also put things in it, but you don't have to. It does serve as a pocket, but it's kind of almost, it's mostly visual. All right, so steps to this. Obviously get yourself a zipper. I buy these from Hobby Lobby. They're 99 cents. They're I think 7-inch zippers is what they call them. Yeah, the actual zipper part is 7 inches. This part is a little bit extra, but I usually just trim it as needed. And then you want an image to fit just inside your page that you're going to put it on. I usually go in about, I don't know, like probably 1/4 of an inch on all sides. So that it's a little bit smaller so that it will fit. Hey, Angela. Hey, Dawn. Then I cut a piece of fabric that is just larger. Now, I like my top edge to match, so I usually fray it. And you want it just larger on the sides and just larger on the bottom so that it can fold over, okay? And then what I like to do, if I'm not going to sew this to the zipper, which you can do, you can go ahead and put your zipper, you know, on the back and sew it on there and cut it down the middle. But since I didn't want to deal with a sewing machine during my live, I went ahead and did a different method. And for this, what I do, so I don't have to deal with fraying, and it might not fray too bad, but it typically does. So what I did is I turned it over, laid this on, I just used cereal box liner, but you can use any kind of a non-stick surface. I like this little cereal box liners. And then I took a mixture of Elmer's glue and matte medium. Probably just Elmer's glue and water is fine too, but I mixed Elmer's glue, matte medium, and a little bit of water to make a paste. I keep mine in a container for maybe up to a month. I wouldn't keep it much longer than that, but and then so you mix it to a thin paste. I use this for coating anything that I want to be stiff or not fray. And and then I just applied it just down the middle where I'm going to cut on there and let it dry. And all that does is it'll just make it one easier to cut without a fraying and all that. So it just works better. Is it absolutely necessary? Probably not, but I don't want to deal with it fraying and being all messy. So, especially on a zipper, because it can get stuck and, you know, we don't want to deal with that. So that's what I did for getting this prepared. So y'all didn't have to wait for glue to dry and all that. And I went ahead and cut my image just smaller. Now this is on cardstock so that it's sturdy enough to wrap around that. If I'm using, say, a magazine image or something like that, then I will go ahead and glue that onto cardstock or something super heavy, but you do want it to be able to hold up to wrapping your fabric around. So then what you do is you go ahead and cut down the middle, and then I just use my my grid here. See if I can find a middle mark. I think that would be the middle. 3 1/4. Yeah. So about there. And I was trying to get on this one because it's kind of weird. It's got like a word right there. It's got the farmhouse. I'm going to try to get right between those so that each word is on each side. And that may not be exactly the middle, but I tried to put it in the middle. So that's the goal. We'll see if it works. So I'm going to try to see if I can line this up to where I'm getting just in between. And it might be a little off, but I have plenty of room on the edges to center it back up. I think I can get just in between those words. Make sure I'm straight. I'm a little bit crooked. There. And I'm just going to cut down the middle of that and go over just a fraction more. So right there, I'm going to use my rotary blade. Be careful using these. They are sharp as anything. So do be careful. If you're worried about it, you know, wear a glove that keeps you from getting cut. If you're not worried about it, then, you know, you can risk it. But I have gotten cut a couple of times now, so if nothing else, just go slow. So we're going to try to get between those two and see if we can do this. I know it's not exactly center, but like I said, I think I have plenty of room. I left at least a ½ inch on each side, maybe more than that, probably an inch. So we're going to cut up through here. Going slow so I don't slip. It cuts a lot easier with that glue on there too. I don't know why, but it does. Right, so, and we've got our two pieces. Okay. And what we're going to do is glue them to this, but we're going to have to line everything up first. Make sure we still have proper amount of room. So it's going to be like this, and then it's going to have the zipper. I'm just double checking that everything is going to hit about where I want it to, and I have enough room still to wrap. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. So this will go under like that. So we can glue once we figure out where we want this fabric to be on the zipper. And I want it to be somewhat centered, ideally. Let me see if I can put this in a center mark here. I think it's there. Make sure it still fits good. So the zipper just needs to fit inside the parts that I think I'm too zoomed. Just a little there. You don't want to cut above that or anything, so you can only cut below. And then the top can drop down a little bit because I usually put lace or something to kind of hide that top, so that can be a little lower. I think I'm going to put the zipper about right there. So I will be trimming it here and then just a little bit off the top. I can probably just mark that. Let's see, maybe this chalk pencil should work. I'm just going to mark it lightly. Here, we'll do this. this will glue. You want to go just to where you just marked that for your material to come just over the card. I'm letting the fray kind of come over it. And then that's going to go there. Still have, yeah, I have a lot of room on this side. We'll see if I have enough on this side. I'm hoping I do. And I'm going to line those up. Normally you probably wouldn't have that to worry about. Yeah, I got plenty of room. Okay. So first step I'm going to do then is go ahead and glue my zipper to this. Now that I know about where it's going to go. And I keep it zipped up when I do it. I think it's easier to work with. And I'm just going to have it hit. Let me trim it first. You don't have to, I don't think you have to use one of these to cut it with, but I'm going to use the pinking shears since that's how it was cut before. So we'll just go ahead and do that way. I don't know how much it frays. It might fray a little. And then the bottom, it cuts right through that zipper easy. This is a plastic zipper, so it's not super hard. It's having a harder time with the material. It's not hard to cut through. But yeah, it does fray. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. And I'm just going to use Fabri-Tac for this. You can sew it, like I said. It can be sewed, obviously, but I didn't want to pull out my machine to do it, so. So I'm going to start with my frayed edge just where I ended there, because I know that's where the card's going to be. And I'm going to glue it just right at the edge of the zipper on the outside there. Okay, and by this being glued, that's not going to come unfrayed and have little pieces that get caught in your zipper. Okay, so that's why I like to do it that way. It seems to work well. I don't know if I want to put cardboard down. Glue's going to probably ooze. Just to be safe, we'll go ahead and put a little down. So we're going to glue it down here first. I wrote instructions, but they're in my book. I don't think I'm missing anything. It's honestly not that difficult of a project. And this is just the way I do it. I'm sure other people probably do it a little bit different. This works for me. A little bit of Fabri-Tac on there. Tried not to get too close to the zipper. And then I'm just going to, like I said, I want to start right where that frayed edge is, just over the zipper. So I'm going to start there. And then just make sure that I am right next to the zipper. It's a little tricky. Just try to keep it as close as you can get it. The Fabri-Tac luckily lets you move it a little bit if you need to. Trying to keep it straight. Get in there. There we go. And glue that down nicely. Now this one, because I'm lining that up, I do have to be a little more careful. I gotta turn it. I can't work that direction. The bump is always, I should always have that bump there. It's a little challenging. Come on. So on this one, I'm probably gonna start where the words are, just because I want to make sure that I hit those in the right spot. Okay. And we're going to line up our words. If I line them up, the top should logically match. Assuming I did it right. Everything should match. have our zipper on. And got a piece like that. All right. Hey, Bonnie. So, ideally you want to let that dry well, but we don't have that kind of time. So I got a little piece of glue there I'm trying to get out. I just don't want it to stick to anything. Keep the tweezers. There, got it. All right, so you can just make sure everything zips and unzips good if you want. Seems fine. Now we're going to secure it to this. So we want this to be in the center ideally for your image, and you want it closer to the top. The bottom part of the image, so basically when it opens, you're going to see it kind of like this. So you'll see mostly this area here and then just the center of the bottom. So keep that in mind with whatever image you're picking, that you know you don't have the main things way over on the side where you won't see them. So that's why I picked this one, and I'm just going to line it up to my card with the fringe going just above my card, because that's where I like it to hit. And I think I'm centered. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but I'm trying to center it. And flip it over. You can use your grid to make sure you look like you're straight. Oh, I totally dropped, didn't I? Just above my card. And then this side's dropping down on me. It's a little tricky because of the way the zipper sits. So it's the top part's always a little kind of tricky. And then what I'm going to do is I think my fabric's crooked. I'm trying to be straight here. This side's over a little more. So I'm just going to fold the edges and give them a little burnish so that I can kind of clip it and make sure it looks like it's right before I glue. I have those pink clips somewhere. I don't know where they are, so we're going to use these. And then I will miter the edge on the bottom once I know for sure where I need to be. That's one there. Where's that other little one? There. Okay, and then we'll fold up the bottom. This will tell me where it needs to be mitered by having that little corner. You don't have to miter it, but it does add a lot of bulk if you don't. It's definitely harder to line up the edges. So just burnishing that. And you can kind of just flip it over and take a peek. Make sure it looks right. Make sure it looks like it's opening in the right spot. Looks good. So that looks good. So what I'm going to do is miter these bottom edges. Now this should have left a little mark where I rubbed it. If you're worried you won't be able to see it good enough, you can leave it attached. And then I'm just gonna miter the edge a little. Try not to get exactly on the corner so that a little bit of it can fold in. So miter that edge. I'm just going to do this so it doesn't move on me. And I'll miter this edge. But see, when you fold it like that, just with your fingers, it does leave a mark. So you can see that this is where you're going to miter, right where they come together there. Like I said, I just do this because, you know, take some of that bulk off we don't need. And that's only on the bottom, remember, you're not messing with the top. Top's going to be glued just like it is. Okay, see, then you can pull these off as long as you're keeping it in line. And top looks okay. I feel like this is just the fabric. It's probably frayed slightly different or something. All right, so try to keep that where it needs to be. So make sure I didn't move too much. I can kind of see these lines. All right, so then you're just going to glue it down to your card. Waiting for the air bubble. Now this will be glued to the page as well, so it doesn't have to be super secure on those edges. Not a huge deal. And then we'll do this side so I can make sure it's, you want it snug, but you don't want it to pull so much that you're making your fabric curve. So just snug. Keep that in mind, because if you pull it too tight, then you're going to end up with a piece that wants to curve. Come on. Thanks, Kim. I'm glad you like it. I've done these a few times. They're not really anything new. I'm sure they've been around for a while, but everybody seems to do them just a little bit different. Okay, so a little bit of glue there. And just snug it around the edge. And then we want to do the bottoms. Should match up. Let me just see. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. I like to try to tuck my corner in, the same as when you're doing a journal cover. Just kind of squish that corner in. It'll make your edge a little bit neater. So you just kind of squish it in there if you can. We'll glue this side. Come on. Come on, glue. Keep the corner squished in. And then anywhere I didn't get glue, I can add. I did go ahead and try to secure these edges because when I'm attaching it to the back, I want to make sure that they stay down. Otherwise, it would move more. All right. So I'm just going to add a little more there. Make sure everything's nice and neat. We'll do this one. That little corner in there. Squish it in there. Come on, squish. It really likes to be held for a minute. Let me get this. It's gonna bug me. Can't quite tell where that goes to, but we're gonna guess. It's gonna be glued anyway, so it's not a huge deal if you go over. Sure my corner looks somewhat neat. Okay, nice neat corner. Come on, glue. Down and anything here, just a little bit. Okay, there. Now we have it all nice and neat. Our corners are nice and neat. Good, nice corners. And it looks like this. You can double check it if you want. It's going to open like that. And then we're going to embellish the top and the bottom with some lace, ribbon, something. So this is going to end up going on here. Just going to glue down. Actually, I'm going to pull this one page out if I can. Let's see what's on it. All right, nothing's on it. I can work with it easier. All right, so this is going to go here. I can't see this very well, so I'm going to see if I can ink it. That's a little better. Wasn't much ink on that one. All right, so this will be fitting here, and you want it to be closer to your outside so that it doesn't get stuck in your signature when you're sewing them in. But that's why you bring it in like 1/4 of an inch so that you got plenty of room. So I will be lining it up with this side and this side. And then we're going to add some lace on it just for, I was debating on lace or ribbon. I got this red lace. It's kind of holey, but I think it'll be all right. You can put that there and then some on the bottom just to cover up the part that's still showing where the card is. It just kind of helps finish it off. And you can go around to the back on these, so leave a little extra. The bottom can be one solid piece, and then the top you'll want to be 2 pieces. So we're going to trim this. I think this red looks good. I also had this one with a little bit of white in it. Where's the edge? I had this one. I mean, there is white in the writing. What do y'all think? Maybe I'll think about it before I cut it. I can use that one and also have this one. I have like 3. So what do you think? Which one do you like best? Do you like 1, 2, or 3? I'll give you guys a minute to say. And then we'll cut one of them. I like them all. If you put, oh, I'm going to cut it, sweetie. Bonnie said if you put ribbon across the top, you won't be able to open it. I will, because I'm going to cut it in half. All right, right. Lori likes 3. Dawn likes 1. You all are going to like something different, I bet you. That's what always happens. Dawn likes 1. And Bonnie hasn't said. They all look fine. I mean, any of them would work because the colors are all fine. But I did like the idea of having maybe a little bit of white in it. Kim says 1, 2. All right. Well, let's do 1. That way it's got just a little bit of white in it. Give it a little more look to it. Okay, so we'll do 1. Now this one frays, so I'll have to, when I cut it, I'll have to heat it up so it doesn't fray like crazy. This is a grosgrain kind of thing. So we'll go ahead and singe the edge just a tiny bit. And then on the top, I'm going to cut it so that it wraps and there's a split in the middle. So about here, let me double check. Yeah, about here. I'll try to singe that as well as I can. I have to be careful. Sometimes I singe it too much and then it gets really small. Okay. tell if I flipped it. Are they different? Honestly, they're pretty much the same. All right, should be fine. And then we need about just a little to go around. You can go all the way around the back if you think it's going to show a lot and you really want it on the back. I've done it both ways. Let me see if I want any on the back. I don't think this one will show much. Yeah, it doesn't really show enough. If I did lace or something that had a real frilly edge, then I might, but I don't think I need to for this. We're just going to do half. And I put these to where they match in the middle, so it kind of sort of closes that up a little, but it's not really closed. If that makes sense. Okay, and we need a piece for the bottom. So that's our pieces for the top. And then a piece across the bottom. I'm not sure if I frayed that other edge. I keep saying I'm going to buy me another one of these ledges. I think I have backups downstairs. Pretty sure I do. I had that one for a while. It feels empty almost. Okay, so glue this on with Fabri-Tac. All right, get over there out of my way. And we'll just stick you up there. I can't tell if there's a front or a back on this. Honestly, I really can't see a difference. There probably is, but I can't see it. So this one can go all the way across. You can even, technically you can even hit that card in the middle if you want, but it's not necessary. And then I'll glue the back of it. It's just a, wow, I did a really good job centering that, didn't I? Not a big deal. All right, and then we'll do this side. Just under my fringe. It's bumping, so. And we're going to come inside just a little bit. About try to center it for the zipper. I just want it to kind of sort of close that area up a little bit. And that's just because I think it looks neater. I don't know. Come on, glue. I feel like I need to clean the tip. String. It's still stringing. Oh my goodness. Stop. So I'm going to try to kind of match that little piece there. So it's in the center. I just want them to kind of sort of match. That way it looks closed, but it's not really. All right. And we're going to flip them over and glue around the back. Come on, glue. Just a little bit there. I do need, I gotta clean this tip off. It's gonna make me crazy. Getting too goopy. There, let's put that in there. I could trim that. I don't know, it's not necessary. I could trim this. I really only need like a ½ inch, but we'll leave it. I don't think it'll affect it gluing down any. This Fabri-Tac does not dry quick, so I'm just doing all four. Alright, so we'll put that in there. 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 And that one there. Okay. So now it looks like that. And still opens up. It's all fine. As long as you didn't glue your material. Don't glue your material. I'll let a little bit go around that corner. So that's, double check it before it dries. Make sure you didn't glue anything you're not supposed to. All right, so we'll zip that back up. Grab our page, make sure we're the right direction. Stringy Fabri-Tac everywhere. Like on my hands. And we're going to glue it down to our page. And I guess I'll use Fabri-Tac. I could use art glitter all through here. Honestly, the art glitter would probably work, but I'll go ahead and use Fabri-Tac. I don't think it'll go through this card or anything. That's cardstock. It shouldn't go through it. If you're worried about it going through, then maybe use glue stick in the center part or something. Honestly, you could probably get away without even doing the center. You could even make it a pocket if you wanted. It could be a pocket. I don't think it needs to be because I think we got enough pockets, but it could be. I'm not going to do a pocket. So I'm going to get some of this Fabri-Tac. I think I'm just going to put this Fabri-Tac on the outside. And if you want to make it a pocket, just leave that side unglued. But because you have to unzip it, it needs to be kind of secure. Here, I'll just put it everywhere so it doesn't move easily. Just go ahead and use this. Okay. And just touch that without getting glue all over ourselves. And we're lining up to this outside edge. Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. Push down. Get some of this glue off my fingers. I hope I did that on the right side. I'm like looking at it and it's like, is that the right side? I think it is. I didn't mark it. Usually I will mark my page so I know for sure, but I think it was right. Yeah, okay. Scared me for a minute. So that's going to go like that. And that's our center page. So it looks like that. And then just unzip it. And you have a little picture. Like I said, it could be a pocket. If this part bugs you because it's not quite even, you could throw some lace in there, I guess. We could probably throw something in there, maybe. It is a little uneven look, so let's put something there. Probably maybe we'll just put that other lace piece in there. That's how that works. Cute, huh? I think they're fun. And you could hide something in there if you wanted. You know, picture or a card or whatever. A little note. Let's see, where's that lace at? I think this one. I could even do just regular white too. I think I'll do red. Let me see how it looks. We'll see how it looks. It's not very wide. I might pick a different color to put there. I might pick a different color. Let me see. What else do I got? I have some regular white and some creams. Maybe an off-white. I feel like the card is kind of off-white. This one's a little more holy than I wanted. Where are all my ribbons at? I don't know where they are right now. We'll use this one. I have it out. I think it's wide enough. If I can get a hold of it. Where's the tape? Who knows? Who knows where the tape is? Get the plastic. Okay. So maybe put this there. Just so it looks a little bit more finished there. That'll work. So just up to the edge. Try to straighten that out. It's a little bit crooked. All right. I think it's this side. Make sure I got the right size. Did I cut it small enough? I did not. A little bit too long. Try that again. All right. There, you stay out of my way. Now, am I small enough? Yeah, okay. So we're just going to glue this down. This piece here can be, I could have trimmed it a little bit better. Usually it looks like this. I don't know why this side was so off. It was probably just didn't fray even. I'm going to trim it just a little though. Not all the way to the edge because I don't want it to unfray, but try to get some of it not showing. And I'm just going to glue it a little. Come on, glue. Just get you to glue down there. Mostly so my ribbon will stay. There's not a lot. It's such a holy ribbon. I hope it works well. It's probably going to come through my holes and I'm going to have to powder it or something. I will do my best. Alright, so is that the right side still? No, that side. So put that there. Glue off. At least get the stuff that's coming through the holes. A little bit sticky right there. Make sure it's not sticky. All right, that should be fine. Okay, there, that's a little prettier, I think. So there we go. So there is our fabric zipper pocket. Hopefully y'all like that. Put my ribbons up. Put these big old pinking shears up, which are obviously magnetic. I didn't know they magnetized. Must have touched them to something at some point. So this goes with that, and that goes like that. So there we go. In addition to that one. What do we got? That didn't take that long. It goes pretty quick if you have everything cut out. Cutting it out and everything else, you know, add another at least 15 minutes, I would say. So we have these pockets I could possibly do something with. What else can I do? Might have enough time to cover that bag. Oh, I had this little goat I wanted to put on there. I could do that real quick. Just a magazine image, but I thought it looked good with this page because it's got those boards the same way on this image. They don't line up, unfortunately. They're not the same size, but it still kind of looks like it matches. But we're going to back it with something. And I'll decide where I want to cut it. probably going to keep the chickens and lose the sheepdog, I think. Yeah. If I keep the sheepdog, then I lose all those chickens. I don't know. Should I keep the sheepdog or should I keep the chickens? Decisions, decisions. What do y'all think? Do you care? Does anybody care? So I either lose the chickens on that side, so I lose all those chickens in the corner there, and keep the little sheepdog there, or try to hold this and do it, or I lose the sheepdog and keep the chickens. What do you think? One or the other. I gotta back it with something. I think I could probably just back this with maybe white or brown. It's a decent amount of greens, but I don't think they'll match, so probably not. My tummy is a-gurgling again. What do we got already cut out here? Anything? Getting a decent amount of cardstock. Maybe brown. I don't think I want brown. Maybe black or white. That's pink. I have green. Honestly, the green's not terrible. So green or black? Either one, I guess. I guess the black looks a little better than the green, maybe. Only because of the pages going on. Otherwise, I kind of like the green better, but I think I like it that way. Anybody see? Somebody said lose the dog, and somebody said chickens. I don't know if that means lose the chicken or keep the chickens. Does it mean lose the chickens, keep the dog? I mean, we could keep the dog. We don't have any sheepdogs in here. And it's still pretty either way. Somebody said, oh Lord, hi Deborah. Oh, because your thing didn't work right. I get it. I saw the comment finally. I think we'll keep that torn edge on the top. I'm debating if I want a torn edge on the sides. I don't have a lot of room where the doggy is there, so I might not keep the torn edge there. Let's see how big this black piece needs to be. I think it just fits. Yeah, that's still a little bit big, so. All right, so we'll do this. I think I'll just keep the sides straight then. And then I need, oh my gosh, I can't see that line. All right, line. Right there. A little bit taller, a little bit taller. Okay, so there, and then we need to cut it. Oh, wait, I lost my white chalk pencil again. Where'd it go? There you are. Oh, now you're saying keep the chickens. Y'all, see, y'all give me two different things. We'll go with Bonnie this time. Oh, somebody says the green background. Did you like the green better? Tell me before I cut. I could do it. The green does look better on the image. I just didn't know if it looked okay on the page. Does it look okay on the page? I guess there's probably enough green over here to pull it off. I don't really care. Either's fine. All right, we'll keep the green. It does look better with the image, I think, for sure. All right, so this needs trimmed there, and then if we're losing, let me see how much is going to be left. I'm barely getting that one goat. doggy might take up too much space, guys. Let me see. I could trim them a little bit more. So I was trying to get that one chicken there. I only keep part of them. Keep a little bit of them. Be right here. And then I can keep it to those chickens. Yeah, I'll do that, I think. Just try not to lose this one chicken's head. Trying not to. Scissors. I know you said lose the dog, Kim, but Bonnie wanted the dog. Oh, Bonnie says lose the dog too. Oh, y'all are confusing me. All right, fine, we'll lose the dog. I don't know what's going on. That's fine. We'll lose the dog. All right. I wasn't sure. All right, I'm going to cut this green piece out first so that I can see how big I need to be. Oh, let me check my depth. A little bit taller than that. It's a kind of a deep image. Go there. And then I'll cut the image to match. Where's my cutter? I don't know why I thought she said to keep the dog. I'm seeing things that aren't there. Let's cut it this way first. I think this is the right side. I'll find out in a second. Is that the right side? Yep, okay. This I don't want to try to cut with that because I don't think it's going to work well. Alright, so lose the dog. So let's figure out where we can fit this. I want to get that one goat for sure. So about there, and then I only have to lose just a little bit of the barn. Just a fraction of the barn there. So I can still get the goat. Alright, that'll work. I don't think I can tear it and get it straight, so we're just gonna, let me just make sure I'm, okay, that's just so crooked. I'm gonna use a ruler, because I can't cut a straight line, before I mess it all up. Hopefully it cuts through right. I know that I could use the rotary, that would work, but I'm going to lose this little chicken's head. Probably. Just a little. Where's the rotary? I have one for paper and one for fabric. Better. And then we'll cut it. Just a little bit of that card showing. So about there. Okay. There. A little green piece. Hopefully I think I need to cut a little off the bottom. Just a tiny bit. Enough. Yeah. Okay. Now, make sure that fits. Yep, okay. I have to use glue stick for most of it. It's too thin to use anything else probably. I might put just a little bit of art glitter on the edge. It always shows when I use the art glitter. It shows like just a little bit of a line. But it's rare that the glue stick will stick to the edges properly. So I would rather have a little bit of a line. Okay. Tweezers. Let's see if we can do this. Move. Oh my goodness. Can't tell if it's down far enough. Not quite. Can I move it or not? Probably not. Nope. Alright. It's good enough. It's a little bit crooked, but tiny, tiny bit crooked. Where did that cloth go? Glue off of there. Cute. Alright. So there's that. And we got a pocket. And this one. I'm not going to notch it or anything. I don't know what we'll put in this. We'll figure out something later. Just toward the outside edge. There. All right, there's that. And something will go in there. I don't know if I have anything or not. Let's see. Let's see what I have. I have down on the farm. What do we got? We don't want those because we already did that. I want to use these piggies. I wanted to use these piggies with that pig fabric, but I think the color's not quite right, so I might just do a flip with it. Fabric flip with that piggy fabric. That's going to be big, and I think I already used it too. Can't remember if I used that. I'm pretty sure I already used that. These are too big, too big. Got room to back it? Maybe. I think I'd want it a little taller than that. These are cute, but they're too short. Oh, I've got 4 of these images. I thought I might figure out a way to use them together. Maybe make a long fold out or something. That might be cute. Like an accordion somehow. Let's think about that. It's only 10. I might go do that. Haven't done one of those in a while. Almost needs a black and white image, but it's got a lot of green too, so I don't think I have anything that's going to be absolutely perfect. Not vertical anyway. Another one of those cows. Not vertical, not vertical. Not vertical. I have some cows. What are these cows? I know it's goats and chickens, but so I've got a corn image. It's mostly just beige. Also, both of them are mostly beige. I don't have anything with green in there. I'll look at my other stuff and see if I see anything. I might have a magazine image or something. Maybe. If I don't figure it out right now, maybe I'll jump to something else and come back to it. Fabric cutouts are going to be too small. Farm magazine images and country life and 11.9. Alright, let's see. 11.9 is all pretty small stuff. I don't think I have anything big in there. So that's all pretty small. I think country life is probably all mostly small. I have that. I was going to use that just like a background, but I could back it and use it there. The colors are good. Maybe I'll do that. The background initially, but I kind of like it there. This is from Country Life Junk Journal Kit Charm Studio. These were down on the farm. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I'll put these back where they go so I don't forget whose they are. And then I have some magazine images. It's not a rooster journal. It's just country. It's just country farmhouse. It does look like a rooster journal because I do have a lot of roosters, but no, it's not specifically. It's just country farmhouse. Yes, it's still like country farmhouse, barnyard, you know, anything that you might find on a country farm. The roosters on the cover does kind of make it look like a rooster journal, so I mean, could you consider that? I guess it does have a lot of roosters in it, but that was not the original goal. So that wasn't really the plan. Did it kind of end up going that way a little bit? Yeah, it did. I think I might go with that though. I think the colors are good. A lot of magazine images still. The only way that would work would be possibly sideways, but it's just so big. I think I'm going to use it as more of a flip out or something. I have to decide if I can even use it as a flip out. It'd have to, I think it'd have to be folded twice. Alright, we'll go with this. Background. Should I use the same green or something else? Good question. Let's see what the green looks like. If it's too much green, because it might be too much with that green. I feel like it might be too much with that green. We could go with maybe a darker green. Let's see what a darker green looks like before I decide. I don't know if I want to do the black and white. Where's my greens? I think this is darker. Is that the same? Oh, it's totally the same. That was kind of funny. In my brain it was darker, but I have a darker one in here. I just got to find it. This one here. It's a little bit darker. I guess it's got a little more of a blue, but then it also has blue over there. It's just got a little more of a blue tinge to it. For some reason I was thinking I had more of a really dark green. I guess not. Maybe that was the darkest one. So either I do that, or what's another color that might work? Got browns, brown, black, and cream, and that's about it really. Let's see, this kind of matches this map color here. It's got that tone. Granted, who knows what's going to happen with that map page. I'll probably just leave it, honestly. What does it look like if I mix those two greens up? Bad or not? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm feeling that. Maybe a brown. A dark brown? There's a lot of dark brown in there. Maybe a brown. I'll figure it out, guys. Sometimes you just gotta stick stuff together and figure it out. Let's see, we got this dark brown. I think I have one with a little more orangey red to it. This one? Is that orange? No, it's this one. This one's got more red to it. Come here. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm going to take both of you because you're just going to fight me. Yeah. It matches the browns in the picture more. I think I'm just going to do brown. There's no brown here, but I think it's better than the off green. I think. Sometimes I just don't know for sure. But I think we'll go with that. Other than that, it would be just black, and I just felt like the black was a little overpowering. I'll probably leave this white instead of inking it where I tore it. I think that looks good, white. And I think we'll be okay to cut this there. So I'll cut that about there and about here. We'll see how it looks. I think it'll be all right. Which side? About equal, so I try to cut the side that I will keep the most scrap paper on. But sometimes it's pretty much equal, so. Alright, so brown. And then this is just regular copy paper, so let's use a glue stick. Alright, hair, you're really fighting me. Come on. Alright, make sure I got room. Yep, I got room. Alright, cardboard, glue stick. You think I can lay this in the right spot? I don't know. It's iffy. It's iffy, isn't it? We're gonna try. It's kind of borderline if it's too big or not too big before it starts curling up and being a pain. But it's not a magazine, so it shouldn't curl quite as bad as the magazine image does. Let's see if we can do this. Alright, try to get it in the center somewhat. I think I did it. There we go. Got a little bit of a pencil mark there. Let me get that off. Now, that should go in there. Make sure it fits still. Yep, it fits. All right, awesome. That'll work. Little country crawl there. Glue on my. Get off of there. I haven't cleaned these guys in a while. They're getting a little bit goopy. Better than it was. Okay, well, what do we got? 15 after, okay. Look in the others and see what's going on. I would like to do like an accordion for that. That'd be cute, wouldn't it? I'm not sure exactly how I'd do it, if I have a piece of paper big enough. I think I do. I know I've got some sketch paper that's pretty long. This would have to be fairly long. Not sure where I would put it. On one of my plain pages. Oh, I had that there. I think I was going to make it a pocket. Trying to see if I have a heavier page that I could attach that to. Maybe there. That might be a good spot. Maybe. I should go ahead and do that pocket. See if there's anything better. I don't think red. It's mostly browns, greens. Most of these are very light. Could possibly do it there. No, that's way too busy. Nope, not there. All right, I think I'll do it here. So, where was it? This one? Yes, no? No, that's not it. It was in this one, wasn't it? Oh, there it is. All right, I think I'll do it here. Alright, I just gotta figure out if I can make it work. I'm not 100% sure. Let me move this back. I'm working in this one. And let me just double check this one real quick. I don't think there's a better spot. No, not really. Okay. So, let's just go ahead and glue this because I have it sitting here. I might as well. I just thought the color looked good on this, honestly. I was just going to do it as a kind of a tuck. I don't think I'm going to ink it though. I kind of like the white contrast on there. So I'm going to glue here, here, maybe about, I don't want to go all the way up that side. Let me see. Maybe none on this side, so about just these two. Should be strong enough. It's cardstock. I think it'll be strong enough. Just for a piece of letter. Let me think about where I need to hold it. I need to hold it here. So I want to glue here and here. Glue, glue, glue. Oops. Don't get the glue on the front side. You don't need it on the front side. Like I did. Right direction. Okay. So I'll put this here. Like so. This is also the Charm Studio image. What is it called? Country Farmhouse or something? I don't know. I left it. Stuck it somewhere. It was Country Life Junk Journal Kit. So, and that'll hold just some sort of a folded image, I think will be best. I've got a couple here that I printed out for such an occasion. Here's one on cow milking. And then this one's just like a pasture. So we'll do this one, I think. And I might cut it down a little. It's a ledger paper though. Maybe I'll leave it. This is tailor-made journals down on the farm. I know because I put a little T in there. Debating if I want to trim it or not. I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. Is it too tall? I think it'll be alright. So we're just going to fold it and stick it in there. I'll decide which side I want to show. I think I'm just going to let this side show. See if we can kind of get it straight. And it'll just be a little fold out. Debating if I need to trim it a little bit. It's like I was trying not to trim the journal page. I might trim it just a little because it's a bit tall. It's really crooked. I don't know why it printed so crooked. It's hard to say. Either my printer fed it in funny or something. We'll just trim a little off the top. I know it'll affect the journal side, but it doesn't particularly matter. I'm debating if I want to straighten. I don't think I want to straighten it. I could, but then the journal would be crooked. So straighten the image, don't straighten the image. I don't know. We'll make the journal part straight. I'll just cut these numbers off, and that'll be enough, I think. Where is my? We use the paper one. It's kind of thin, so go nice and slow. It's when I do this fast that I end up cutting myself. Alright, just take that. Now, it should fit. There. Yep, that's better. Alright, so there's that. Let's go back to our back page. This one. So, what I was thinking I would do is make some sort of an accordion so that these pictures all show, because they're all very similar. It's all this kind of similar style. I believe these were the tailor-made ones. Alright, so I need a piece of paper that is at least, let's see, this long. So that is 17 inches. All right, so I need a 17-inch piece of paper. I think I can do this. Now I could do it on double-sided and not go that long. How would I do that? So at one side on the page where it starts, and then I could have that side and the other side, and then this side and the other side, and then it would have to fold twice to come in. Maybe I'll do that instead of having it so long. Yeah, so with that I would need it to be, let's see, you gotta have like an inch or so on the page itself, and then so that would make it like 10 inches. So a normal sheet of paper then, 8.5 by 11 would work. Folder. I might have a manila folder that long. It's coffee dyed already, maybe. Let's see if I have one left. Because that would be nice and strong to hold up to the folds. I do. And I could put one of the folds here. I'm thinking this through because I actually haven't done something like this in a while. So I really only need to work with 2, and then the other 2 will be on the other side. So if one goes here where this fold is, and then this can be the fold that attaches to the book, and then fold here somewhere. That'll work. I could do that. All right, so we'll leave this like a, I think about an inch inside there should be enough. If we did more than an inch, could I glue it there and there and make it a tuck? I don't know if it would be strong enough. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. It may not be strong enough. All right, so we need to trim this. Pencil, pencil, pencil. Let's see. So we want it to be pretty much the same size as this. I'm just going to pull this apart so I can use it. Move this aside. I hope this works. Let's see. So I think about an inch. I'm just debating if I want it to be a pocket. I don't know that I should do it as a pocket. It might, if I put the glue there, and here, it might be strong enough. Especially if I did like a 2-inch pocket, maybe 2.5. Let's try it. I think it'll be strong enough. All right, so if I do like, let's say 2.5. I don't think that'll be too deep. So mark here at 2.5. And then a mark here for the length. And then that should put us where we can trim these tabs. I may re-add it some sort of a tab, I don't know. Let's give it a try. Hopefully I don't ruin my last coffee dyed folder. I think I need to cut this first. Get this somewhat straight. Okay. Probably lost my mark. I did. It's okay. I'll remake it. And then we want it to be the same length, which logically would be 8.5, but let's see if it really is 8.5. Because I don't know if it's 8.5. What do you think? Is it? Oh, it helps if you do it on the right side. Pretty much. Pretty much 8.5. All right, don't get the wrong side. All right, so this goes like this. So 8.5 here. 8.5. About there. It looks straight. It doesn't look straight. Is it straight? Is it just my eye? Hold on. Let me just make sure. For some reason it looks 2.5. It could be the fold. It is the fold. The fold's a little bit off, but that's okay. It's not a lot, but it is a fraction off. All right. So that's going to go like that. And then we're going to trim it outside. So if we put this here to where it folds out, an image will go here. Do I want to have it the whole length or not the whole length? Ooh, I hadn't thought about that. I mean, it would look better if it's not the full length. But then what do I do about all that? Do I have that as a pocket or not? Because it'll only be, it could be a tuck pocket, I guess. I don't think I want to do the whole piece. Yeah, I don't think I do. So that one will go there. This one will go here. Looks like I have plenty of room. All right, I'm not going to do the whole length. I'm going to do half the length. And I'll figure out what to do about the other side. Maybe I just glue it on there and don't make it a pocket. I don't know. I don't know at this point. No clue. But I do think I want to do this. So let's do this. Is that the right side? Hopefully. Alright, so that goes like that. May or may not leave that tab. Really having to think this through, guys. So I could attach it here, fold it here. I have to score somewhere here. And that'll fold back over. I don't think it's going to come to exactly the right spot. That folds back over from there. Trying to see if I can get it to hit where I want it to hit. I have to mark this somehow. So mark this. That's about where the score line would be. And then this is about where the score line would be. So if I did that and fold it back over. Girl, you can't even see your mark now. I think it's that. That would put the tab there. Just sticking out more than I want it to. I'd rather the tab be inside, but I don't know if it's long enough from there, from here to where the fold would need to be. Did that there. Ideally, I want the tab to hit there. Let's see. I could probably just separate them enough to make it work. I think. So if this is the part we want, this is complicated. Glue. If I glue it in a little bit, then I come over a little bit further to there. Let's see if I put it, I'm trying to put it so that it's just at the edge of that. And then I gotta see if that's enough for those to attach to. I think it is. I think it is. All right, so we're gonna score it at this halfway mark. It should work. If my brain is thinking right, it should work. We'll see. We'll see if my brain's thinking right. Where's my little score thingy? This is how my process is. Just figure it out as I go. Let's see if it works. Hopefully it does. Alright, and we'll want this to accordion one way or the other. I don't know if that's the right way. Find out in a second. Alright, so we're going to have this. Alright, so probably this way, right? No. This way? Hold on. This way. Yeah, I think that's the way. Okay, that's logical. All right, so this will go here. This will go here. This will go here. Got it. Okay. So we can glue this down. I think I might have to glue the whole thing, so I might make it smaller. And then I'll put something else over the page. It's not going to work as a tuck. Not the way I'm doing it anyway. So we'll cut that just a little bit smaller so it's not so much into the page. Just a little bit. We'll just go like an inch should be plenty. Approximately there. And glue it on our page first. Make sure we double check our direction we want it. Yes. So this direction. Do I want to glue it first or not? I should be able to glue these down without an issue, but sometimes that's risky. All right, so I'm just going to write glue here. Okay. And let's make an arrow. This is up. All right, and I know which direction everything goes. All right, so this is going to go here. And we want to make sure that wherever we glue it, we're leaving enough room on the other side for our image. So if we glue it there, then I'll have enough side on this side for this image and this image. Okay, so logically seems like it's working. So now I have to decide round these corners, not round these corners. Would they look a little bit better rounded, maybe? Necessary. I mean, of course it's not necessary. Obviously not the right word. And which two images do I want together? Colors are a little bit different. I think these two and these two go best just because of colors. Yeah. So let's do that. I think I'll round them. I don't know. It could go either way. I think I'll round that too if I can. I might not be able to round that one with the thing because of where it's at. Let's see. Can I? No, it won't quite hit because of the tab. All right, but I can round it by hand just so it looks more logical on the word. All right, I lost my scissors. There. We're just going to round it by hand. It won't be a perfect round, but it'll be enough to make it blend in. All right, so we round these. Probably should ink them. I don't know how much, well, it will show. I'll use the darkest one I can find, probably Scorched Timber. I think I should ink them. I probably should ink that too. Hope this is cute. Accordions can be fun. We'll flip out, you know, a little more exciting than just plain. All right, corners everywhere. Okay, the glue's been sitting open for a while. It's probably trying to dry on me. There. I know I'm going to use it in just a second, but make sure it's flowing. Okay. So, up, yep. So we'll do these two and these two. So these two first. I guess I should get, let's see, scorch timber. We'll do one and see how it looks. I think it would make sense. But it might not. It might not work that well. We'll see how well it shows. Yeah, I think it looks good. Okay. I'm going to do this. It just gives it a little more interest. See, it's like this versus this. Okay. I like how inking looks for the most part. Unless it's a really light, you know, card, then it doesn't. I think I should ink this. I don't know about this piece because on it, chances are that's going to be covered. And then we can put something on this tab. Maybe a word. Not sure. Time is it? Ooh, got 20 minutes. Of course, I decide to ink when I'm low on time. Front and back. All right, where's the ones I hadn't do? Goes much further if you rub it on your ink pad correctly. Half the time I'm doing that and not getting hardly anything on it. Seems to be typical when I'm rushing. All right. Trying not to run over my time again. Since I just did that yesterday, or whenever it was, Wednesday. All right, got this, got this. That. Okay, glue here, arrow up. All right, we're good. Right? Arrow up, glue here. Okay. Just gluing these down. They're just pictures. They're not going to be pockets or anything like that. I suppose they could be, but I think that would just add a whole lot of bulk we don't need. So we're not going to do that. Okay. Try to center it. All right, there's one. two. So I don't get glue on everything. Okay. Try to stay about the same as I did on the other side. A little spot there. Okay. All right. There we go. Which way? That way. Okay. So I'm going to glue this down. See if we can get this straight. It could be at the top or the bottom. It doesn't really matter technically. I think I'll put it at the bottom, but it could be at the top, or it could be right in the middle. So we'll throw it on the bottom since I don't know what I'm doing with it yet as far as the page goes. Okay, so there we go. We got a little flip out, two sides, some interactive fun. We need something on our little label there, a little tab. And once it's gotten used to being in the journal, it'll lay flatter. It's a little bit, you know, stiff right now, but once it's in there for a minute, it should start laying flatter. There, not too bad. Okay. And I don't think it's a whole lot of bulk. It's a little bulk, but I don't think it's crazy. So this goes here, this goes here. Make sure everything fits in there. Okay. So there. Now we have a little interactive page. Cute, huh? So what should we put on that tab? Think I got anything that would work? I don't know. Get some of this glue off my fingers. So. Alright, let's see. I've got labels. That should be the right color. Figure out where I stuck them. Labels, labels, labels. Where did you put them? I'll probably make this like a journaling spot or something. I'll maybe put something lined, I think, there. Keep it thin. I'm from my labels, guys. I had them earlier. There they are. Let's see if there's anything in here that would look good on the tab. I don't know if there's anything small enough. Might not be. I had smaller ones at one point, but Farm Fresh, Farmhouse. A little bit country's cute, but it's too big. Rise and Shine. Life is better than farm's too long. Farm Fresh. I'll have to cut it out, but Farm Fresh. Yeah, Farm Fresh, Farmhouse. None of the others really fit. So probably one of those. Let's see if there's anything else first. Where is... trying to find my small... I have a small set of farm images. Let me see if I can find them. I had them a minute ago and now I've lost them again. I think it was this one. Whew, man, melting. Oh, Lord have mercy. It shouldn't be hot flashes, guys. I've been hot flashing for over 10 years. That should be done. It's probably just slight anxiety or stress doing all this. It doesn't feel like it bothers me, but I'm sure it probably does. I don't know that there's anything in here. I might put something up there, but I think I'm just going to put lined paper there. Yeah, there's no real small words in here. Thought there might be, but there's not. So that's probably all I have. I think it'll be fine. I don't know where I just stuck all this. Oh, there. So we will, I'll go ahead and, I should be able to decal it. So, getting the noisy decaler out. So the question is, can I hold it? Because it's too small. I might not be able to do it. Let's see. I'll try. How narrow is that? It's pretty narrow. All right. Maybe about there. Tweezers, where are you hiding? There you are. Right. Turn you around. It's tricky. I'm not getting my fingers in there, don't freak out. Made sure they were back. I think that'll be small enough. Double check. It's so close. I'm gonna go with it, but it's a little bigger than I wanted. I don't think I can go any smaller and still hold it. All right, we'll ink it. It'll be all right. It's a fraction bigger than I wanted, but I can't go smaller, so not unless I cut it straight, and I didn't really want it straight. Okay, there. Good enough. All right, that'll do, I think. That's all that we got time for tonight, so that's cute. We got more than I thought we were gonna, honestly. I mean, the fabric flip and that, I thought I was gonna only get the fabric flip done, so did pretty good. So I got that, and then our flip, which is making this one. Not fabric flip, but you know what I mean. Fabric zipper thingy. Our zipper page. Our cute little zipper page. Okay. So there's that. I don't think that's going to stay open, but you get the idea. And then this just goes all the way out. I'm probably zoomed in too close for you to see, so. You still can't see. Here, hold on. Go all the way over here. There we go. Now we're in camera. Cute. I like it. All right, so that is it for today. I will be back on Monday, and we will play with this some more. But it's getting there, guys. I was trying to find something laying. I need one of those weights. I saw one of the girls. I don't know if it was... Is it Edith with Scrapbooking with Me that has the weights, or is it Gail Augustinelli? One of them have these weight things. I need to look into those. It seems like I need something all the time that's heavy enough to just lay stuff down. All right, that is it. I hope y'all enjoyed. I will be posting this over on YouTube, and then all the like digitals and all that stuff is in my description on my YouTube. So if you're ever looking for that, it's over there. And same name as this, Alisas Art Room. It's easy to find. All right, y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will see you guys on Monday. Take care. All right, bye-bye.